Hi, Timothy Carlson here. Today we're going back and revisiting a minor classic from the year 1980, directed by Paul Schrader. The movie we're looking at today, starring Richard Gere, is American Gigolo, which has just been given a 4K Ultra High Def release courtesy of Arrow. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Great cover art there with a close-up of Gere's character's shirt and the title of the film in there. Side of the slipcover, other side of the slipcover. Back cover with a description of the film and info on the release. Underneath the slipcover, again, pretty much the same art. Not really a fan of the way that the top and the back were left blank. I wish they'd put something there. And of course, this is one of those Arrow Deluxe editions, so we do get some bonus swag here as well. Firstly, we actually get a poster. This side features Arrow Video's artwork for American Gigolo, as we saw on the cover of the case. And on this side, we've got like the vintage poster art. There is reversible artwork for the disc case itself. I already went ahead and reversed that. Again, more akin to the classic movie poster. Inside the package, we actually get some art cards. On the back, they all have the poster art. Here's a look at some of these. As is also the case with the Arrow Video Deluxe editions, we do get a pretty thick booklet there. I absolutely love that art there. Sadly, just plain on the back. But we do get some great images and essays here. As is my usual policy, I'm not going to go through and show off every single page in here, but you can at least get an idea of some of what Arrow has included for this release. And it is a nice booklet with a lot of stuff I think you'll want to read if you are a fan of the movie, as well as some info about the presentation, the transfer, credits, and so forth. We do get an insert inside the case for Arrow Video's streaming service, and then on the back there's an ad for whatever this is supposed to be. And here is our disc. Again, this is a 4K Ultra High Def release only. It does not include a Blu-ray disc. So any images that you see in this review are images that I found in Google searches. They are not screen caps, and they do not represent the quality of this release. Also, some of the images from the bonus features are photographs I took of the TV set with my camera, because again, I don't really have any way of doing screen caps of 4K discs yet. Paul Schrader, hot off writing the scripts for Martin Scorsese's immortal classics Taxi Driver and Raging Bull, stepped into the director's chair for the third time with 1980's American Gigolo, a gripping tale of intrigue and deception set against the backdrop of sultry late 70s Los Angeles and starring Richard Gere in a breakthrough performance. In a world of wealth and desire, high-end male escort Julian Kay offers his love and attention to women in need. But when a client, the wife of a sadistic finance magnate, is found dead, all eyes turn to Julian as the primary suspect. Realizing he's being framed, Julian races to prove his innocence, determined to unravel the mystery behind the setup. As he digs deeper into the case, he embarks on a journey that forces him to confront his own identity. American Gigolo is a feast for the senses thanks to cinematography from John Bailey and costume design by Giorgio Armani, not to mention the soundtrack courtesy of father of disco Giorgio Moroder, including the Grammy-nominated anthem Call Me by Blondie. Co-starring Lauren Hutton, Hector Elizondo, and Bill Duke, American Gigolo is presented here in a brand new 4K remaster and packed with bonus features. Confession time! This was my first time ever actually seeing American Gigolo. I was actually at Barnes & Noble over at Town Square yesterday because I was at Town Square for a movie screening. They opened the new Barnes & Noble out there, and some of the Arrow titles they had were 50% off, one of which being this deluxe release on 4K of American Gigolo. So I picked this up, watched the film for the first time, and I have to say, I'm disappointed I didn't see this one sooner because it's actually quite good. Richard Gere, of course, has become pretty legendary in Hollywood over the years, but this is the movie that really sort of put him on the map as a leading man. This time around, of course, from the title of the film, you can pretty much guess what he does with his life. But the movie does go a little deeper than that. It shows him sort of becoming unraveled when he realizes that things are going horribly wrong, and he's at the center of a criminal investigation, being framed for murder when someone, of course, ends up dead who he'd had flirtations with in the past. There's a terrific supporting cast as well, including Hector Elizondo portraying a detective, Bill Duke portraying a pimp of sorts who was something of a boss to Gere's character, and a wide variety of others as well. Even actor John Cryer's father has a minor role in this film. The cinematography is absolutely great, taking us all around LA and the surrounding areas. At day, at night, whatever's going on, American Gigolo always looks like $1 million. It's a fantastically shot, beautiful looking film. And of course the soundtrack, which was done by Giorgio Moroder, who's pretty much the king of disco and electronic music, is one of the best things about the film and gives it atmosphere it might not have had otherwise. Of course, Moroder would go on to do the scores for a lot of other 80s movies, and of course would write the songs for one of my favorite 80s movie soundtracks, that being Top Gun. Harold Faltermeyer also worked on the score for this as well, and he of course would go on to a successful scoring career as well, doing a lot of other Jerry Bruckheimer productions, again including Top Gun. Bruckheimer of course would go on to become one of the biggest producers in Hollywood history, producing gems like Top Gun, Pearl Harbor, and even the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. So there's a lot of star power at work on this film, and again, it's not going to be for everyone. Some of the aspects of the film are certainly dated. I mean, obviously the film does hold back a little with certain sexual aspects. Given the nature of the film, there's surprisingly little sex and nudity that actually goes on camera. The movie's infamous for having a brief full frontal male nude scene of Richard Gere, but even that's not terribly explicit or anything too shocking. The movie, it's a great, gripping, dramatic thriller of sorts, but it's also a nice character study too. Again, not going to be for everyone, and it certainly does end in a rather inopportune place, and it gives us somewhat of a disappointing conclusion. But I have to say, I enjoyed American Gigolo, and I'll certainly be revisiting this one in the future. Arrow Video gives American Gigolo a release in 4K, and I have to say, I am absolutely floored with the results of how good this film looks. All the natural film grain is intact. Of course, this is a pretty grainy film, but the level of filmic detail, and of course, all of the shadow detail, black levels, bright, vibrant colors from the cloud for. There's a lot of bright scenes and a lot of dark scenes in American Gigolo, and thanks to the HDR and the increased resolution of 4K, they all look absolutely gorgeous here. This is a fantastic looking disc from Arrow, who always seems to do great work, and this release of American Gigolo is no exception. They didn't skip on the bonus features either. In addition to all that, they give us several newly filmed interviews, including one with director Paul Schrader. We get several image galleries, as well as a trailer for the film as well, plus a commentary track. I'm very impressed with this release of American Gigolo, and I can certainly give this my absolute highest recommendation. Arrow does it again here. How about you? Are you a fan of American Gigolo? Do you think it's Richard Gere's greatest role? Do you think it's Paul Schrader's greatest cinematic triumph? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I want to post new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.